sip and take it on. Kauffie, Kauffie Company, yeah. Oh yeah, it's the Kauffie Company. Whoa, it's the Kauffie Company. Whoa, Kauffie,
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill. That is the Kauffie Company. It is Wednesday, the 25th of June, and we're actually going to get the day right today because yesterday we said it was July and not June. But we got the date right, and it is a very muggy, very sweaty 25 degrees centigrade. And in coffee temperature, that's probably 50 degrees because it's so hot in here. Absolutely unbelievable. But we're back. We're back with Aki. And we're going to have a chill and chat session because there's nothing to talk about football-wise. We're just going to have a chill and chat like we always do. See who's in the audience. We'll have a good laugh like we always do. But Aki, how are you doing today?
I'm okay. Looking forward to a good day with Brian Ireland, going to watch Toronto FC. And this morning it is 24 degrees and the feels like guy thinks it also feels like 24. So today is 24.
I think it feels like guy's taking a day off today.
It might be. Maybe he's going to Toronto FC tonight and he's just taking a little break for today because it currently feels like what it is. Who would have thought?
Let's see what the feels like guy is saying about the UK.
This is the new Florida guy for you, brother. The feels like guy.
Well, Bobby is doing stuff and Cooves is doing stuff. No, apparently it feels like 24, even though it's 25. So we're at the same temperature.
There you go.
The same temperature.
There you go.
Without further ado, thank you to everyone for watching this show. In place of others, we appreciate the loyalty and the views. But let's see who's in the chat to take us through the show. I've already got my coffee made. We've got Corey Boys in the house. A YouTube member, European champion. We've got Adrian Schroker. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. European champion. REK and Uncle Jimbo. Good to see you.
I hope you're feeling better, Kate.
Congratulations on 2 years of your wonderful channel. And great to see you back today. Always a laugh, but good to see you in the house. And hopefully you feel well soon, just like Brian said. We've got Stacey. Good to see her. Good to see her, Stace, with 4 months of membership. Good to see her, Stace. Champion of the championship because of Leeds. Champion of the championship. And, of course, YouTube member. We got Nias in the house. Good to see her. Good to see her. Hello. I don't know what Port Vale have won recently.
They won the Alfie Divine Played For You trophy.
Divine trophy, yeah. The Alfie Divine.
Alfie Divine graced you with his presence trophy.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one. We've got Angus is in the house. Good to see you.
Two back.
3-time runners up. And, of course, 4th place in the Champions League. It's really warm everywhere. We have Sleeky Mockers in the house. Good to see a Sleepy Mocker. YouTube member, European champion. Stu Boy, good to see you, mate. Hopefully you're well. They are the League 2 champ. They are promoted to the League 1. Okay. That's something they won. With Stu Boy, European champion, and of course, YouTube member. Where's the towel of truth?
Do you know what? There's a good chance it could come back out, but whilst it feels like 24 and is 24, I'm okay. But later on in the show,
you need to put the towel on your head and then get 2 chopsticks and stick them up your nose, just like Blackadder. That's what you need to do.
And also, mate, after what I've recently had up my nose, nothing is going back up there for a considerable amount of time. I can tell you that.
Yeah, indeed. No Life of Brian sequel. Every day is a sequel of the Life of Brian. Indeed. Nice. Alfie Divine was fantastic for Vale on his loan. Wouldn't mind him back.
He was brilliant. Yeah. I literally on my football app for my Tottenham scores, I have Tottenham, England, and never have any other team apart from when Alfie Divine goes on loan. And I was monitoring Port Vale like a hawk. He was incredible for you. He was incredible.
And we got Angus is saying looks like Norgard is Arsenal. You know, like Spurs. We won't talk about Spurs today because it's boring me at the moment because there's literally no news to talk about.
Unless news breaks.
Unless news breaks. Spurs are the team with like 17 million young wingers. Arsenal are going to be the team with like 17 million defensive midfielders because they're going to have Norgard, they're going to have Zubimendi, and they're going to have Rice. All can play defensive midfield. They've got Zinchenko who can play defensive midfield, even though he's shite. They're the team with 1 million defensive midfielders. It's very, very funny.
You forgot to add the Premier League midfielder in his 30s. That no one names, but you listen.
No, but he's leaving. He's leaving.
If they get, I wanted Norgard at Spurs. I think Norgard at Spurs would be brilliant. We just need a player to come in. A player that comes in that is a no nonsense midfielder and knows exactly what the manager wants in the heart of the team would have been fine. But if Arsenal go and get him, it's Arsenal bringing in another strong Premier proven midfielder that should. The ones you mentioned pick up an injury or need rotation, they're there. Kudos, I know what you're doing.
It's another person that can be a captain in that team as well.
Yep,
Exactly. You do need that experience.
Exactly. Kudos. I know what you're doing, brother. I know what you're doing, Kudos.
Where is he? There we go. Good to see him. He wanted to get the towel. It was really funny because you were really cool and you said this towel is really calming you down while screaming your face.
I wouldn't have gone as far as screaming. Let's just say it probably kept me cooler than I would have been without it, temperament-wise. But he's doing that on purpose, and I know why. He sent me a message this morning. Not going to do it, Kudos. He wants me to go on a Daigle rant. I told him they're only for Levy now.
Yeah. Drew Lala is in the house. Of course, European champion. And, of course, YouTube member. Yes, who's Angus signed today? Yes, Rodrigo is not happening, Angus.
Do you know what you need to do? Like, is he better than Brian Hill? You need to do one of Angus and say, who are Arsenal signing today? And you play it. I think you need to make one.
Angus, I need a 2-minute video. Landscape of you going like this. Who knows who Angus is signing today? We have
you can change it. You can change it to "Here Yous Go."
Yeah, here yous go. Yeah.
There you go.
I don't need Romano. I have you, Angus.
Exactly.
The number one Agon bar in the world.
Big up, Chris, brother.
European champion. Good to see you, mate. It's really funny because we were talking Disney stuff yesterday and you were talking about a potential thing that might be happening in the summer.
Yep.
But it's so funny. The moment we start talking about that, I'm looking at my phone and Disney are slowly announcing it's not an here we go yet. I don't know who the Fabrizio Romano is for Disney YouTube.
Goofy.
No, it's not Goofy. I think it's AJ Wolf at the Disney Fluid blog. I think Disney are actually going to announce a 5th Walt Disney World park that's going to be built. So that's going to be exciting.
Well, we broke it. It's because of us. Thank you, world. You can thank us later.
It'd be funny if Disney... Imagine they called us Tottenham on tour, boys. Give up Tottenham YouTube. You're now Disney YouTubers, and as always, Goofy in. And if they pay us a salary and move us to Florida, Aki, I'm taking it.
I won't live in America. It's only a 3-hour flight. I'll make the commute.
Yeah, you'll make the commute. We have Ian Ferguson's in the house. Good to see a buddy YouTube member. You're not signing him. We have Marios is in the house. Good to see a buddy. European champion. But does it?
Let me just paraphrase that as well, because I know a lot of Americans watch this. I don't want to live in America because I love Canada so much. I've got no problem visiting. I just don't want to live in America.
That's fine.
No, I just wanted to get that out there.
No one's forcing you to move to America, Aki.
I was about to say, yeah. No one's forcing me to. I'm just saying out there. I don't want to live in America. And I know we have a lot of American people that watch the shows. I didn't want them to think anything. But yes, America's a nice place to visit. But I love
the place Canada. You want to live.
No.
We have Kuvas in the house. Good to see you, buddy. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about it, to be honest, because that leads into political stuff. We will avoid it at all costs. Remember Mbappe to Arsenal? Remember, with that Disney money, I would move to Canada and commute with you. Absolutely, Disney money.
I'll go one easier than that. All I'll say is 40 million and a pound.
Yeah.
40 million and a pound was a good one. That's probably my favourite transfer story of all time. That was the most embarrassing thing ever. And Arsenal
16 years to go today. Michael Jackson passed away.
God bless that man.
We have Finns in the house. I'm not saying we have too many youngsters, but Spurs have just had a naughty step fitted to the dressing room. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. We have Jessie's in the house. Our lovely Jessie. Good to see her. YouTube member. Champion of the championship. All that stuff. Who knows? Who knows? We have Ryan G's in the house as well. Because we're going to be nice to him. Runners up in the 1972 or 74 UEFA Cup
72.
final.
You know what? I watched something yesterday or the other day, and it is 72. It is 72.
I told you it's 72.
No, Lubo said 74. So I was going with Lubo because Lubo's the fountain of knowledge. And
he was wrong.
Yeah, he was. It's 72.
It's 72. But of course, apparently they're 3 times champions of England.
But then remember, I also said that the Molineux was a brand new stadium, and it wasn't on the other one. So me and Ian
don't listen to the coffee company for correct news. You don't listen to the coffee company.
James Flower isn't a mod, is he? He's on the verge of a timeout. He's on the verge of a timeout. A very long timeout.
We got Coyers 87s in the house. Yes, there might be another influx of other fans from the Far East because of our potential new signing. I'm looking forward to it. Vindaloo. We got Vindaloo's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. And of course, we have to remind him 3 times runners-up of the Premier League and 4th place in the Champions League. But thank you so much for the super chat. Big up, lads. This is towards SA. Every little bit helps. Big up. Have a good one. 117. Indeed, buddy. Indeed.
Damn right.
When you think of the age of the earth, Molineux is pretty new. That is true.
See, Ian's always got my back. Fair play, Ian. Well done. Well done. That's a great way. Thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
But what do you want to talk about, Aki? Why are we gonna steer this show?
I don't know, but you know what? I will say something because you mentioned about, and there's a comment about the Japanese player coming in. Can't remember his name because I haven't really been.
Think Star Trek. Think Star Trek.
Do you think I watched? I hate. Yeah. Okay. I know that guy was in I'm a Celebrity. So if you say I'm a celebrity, that'll be easier for me. I will
Sakai and you'll get our new centre back.
I will say, do you know what was made me laugh with this? Yes, it's not Champions League, Premier League proven. Yes, it's another cheap deal. Yes, it's in a position where we've got a lot of youngsters. But the amount of grief it's got about coming from the J League, when we have Spurs fans out there right now that would love us to sign Matoma, who, by the way, started his career in the J League at this team. You've got Endo at Liverpool, Tomiyasu at the Filth.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Because I get it because of the price? Is it typical Tottenham and Levy? Yes. Do I get it as another youngster when we've been told we need experience?
He's going to make us so much money at his age. For £5 million.
I'm just, do you know what? It's like literally
so many good Japanese players.
We've got fans saying that when it came to the left winger, go get Matoma. Matoma was brilliant. You didn't know who Matoma was until he came to Brighton.
He missed a load of years as well. He came to, I believe, if I'm wrong, he came to Brighton at 22 because he wanted to finish his schooling, didn't he? So he actually missed 3 years of his career. So don't rag on the J League. Let's not rag on the J League. The bloke is really big. I think he's 6'4", 6'5". He is a tall. He's going to be imposing. He's going to be I think he can be very, very good.
My bad. I thought someone told me it was from the same team. My bad. But you get what I mean.
We got Luke's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. European champion. Steady as Kota Ibushi is quality. Kota Ibushi is bloody good. I know Daigle doesn't watch News Japan or AEW, so he can't comment. But you did actually see Kota Ibushi when we went to All In. So
Did I?
Yeah, you have seen Kota Ibushi.
I remember. Listen, I just remember sitting next to Sasha Banks, and I that pretty much took most of my attention that day. Big up Nacho Slayer. Of course,
Nacho Slayer.
But yeah, it's like I said, this Japanese guy, it's not the signing we wanted. It's not the blockbuster. It all aligns with typical Tottenham. But to write this guy off immediately is just, I think it's a little bit silly. Will he work? Yes. Or will he work? Yes or no? We don't know. But I get all the anger and frustration about it's another defender where we don't need defenders or young defenders. We've got 2 coming through. What's it mean? I get the cheapness. I get, yes, we want experience and quality, and that does not fit with that signing. But you don't know. And I think if he has come from Italy or somewhere, I don't think it's a problem. They don't go, oh my God, an Italian under 21 defender or French or what?
Yeah,
we got to stop it. We got to stop it.
But good to see a Nacho Slayer. Good to see a buddy. Good to see a 5 million quid is really cheap. And he's saying no more. Yes, we do need some experience. But I'm of the opinion, Daigle, before we steer back onto non-football matters, I'm of the opinion that we should only sign 3 players for the first team. We can sign as many players as we want, but we should only sign 3 for the first team. If you sign 7 players for the first team, like Spurs usually
it's always
do,
7, yeah.
It's always 7. It's lucky number 7. That is not good because it means it jumbles up. You've got too many players coming in. But you get a load of youth players you can develop on the side and in the cups. Then you sign 3 proper players for the first team. And then the players they replace drop down to the bench.
Yeah.
And I think that works.
But I'm actually, and I can't believe I'm where it is. Big up to Mr. Sweden is in the house. I haven't seen Tony. Big up Mr. Sweden. Love that man. Joe, I'm actually the same as Kudos. I actually think we do get Eze.
Yeah.
Maybe I've taken a bang. Maybe I've taken a bang to the head. But I genuinely, I think by the end of next week, we are deep in negotiations. I think things start moving next week. I'm absolutely convinced of it.
Wait till the financial year ends, and I think it will be done.
From July the 1st, when the contracts reset and go down another year in the finance, I think Spurs get active, and I really, really do think as all the other years, it's been there's links. I literally, honestly believe. I honestly believe that Eze will be a Spurs player. But what I will say is after that, do I see it being another like Dominic Solanke and 3 youngsters and then the window being a busted flush? Unfortunately, yes, I do. But I do think Eze will be the elite player or the first teamer that comes through the door.
Marquis signing now.
Yeah.
I have not got a cold brew. I have got an ice flat white, and it's very enjoyable. Scott, I will say as well, let me just bring Scott Evans up. Looked into this guy a bit. He can actually play left and right. He's both footed. He can actually play. Listen, like I said, I this is the bit I get. I get that I love Ashley Phillips. I love Ashley Phillips. I hope he doesn't go above the pecking order in Phillips because I think Phillips is a star and will be an England international. And that's me being genuine here. But he can play both left and right. So we'll see. We'll see. I think we need Eze, Scott. We need an Eze. We're desperate for a Son replacement. We saw last year that
he's right though. Scott's right though. Eze is coming in to replace Sonny and be that position there. But that will be just like Solanke was the first teamer, and then it'll be like, right, let's get youth ready for the next 15 years or whatever. Scott's right. That's how I feel. We'll bring in one star again that's above the rest and walks into the first team, and then the rest will be potential. So, Scott, I agree with Scott there.
I half agree with him. But I think we need an Eze. I don't think we need a right back. We need a left back. We need someone that can play left back. because I don't want to have a 50 million year old Ben Davies at the back.
But you say that. Do you know what? I actually think Jed Spence played better on the left than he did on the right last season.
Possibly.
So maybe Jed Spence does become the left and we bring in a right. So I think we do need left, Ben. I think I agree with you that left definitely needs cover for destiny. But Spurs may be able to get a better right back and say, right, Jed, you've been playing left back very well. You're going to be the left back. We'll have
to see what Thomas Frank said when he sees the players. When do they come back from? When do they come back from holiday?
July, next week.
Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, I agree with that. It's
exactly.
like having one. Yeah. Good to see you, Daniel. Good to see you, buddy. Mitchell. I'll
take him. I'll take him all day long.
Also, speaking of which, there's a player I'd have from Leon. Leon have been relegated because they have gone bankrupt with the amount of debts. Yeah. I'd have Tagliafico as a left back. I think Tagliafico is a really good left back. I think he's quality.
You just know all the links are going to be coming out now. You know all the links are going to be coming out with us and Leon.
Nothing ever changes. We need 3 experienced players. Okay. Possibly. It would.
Oh, 100% Archer. Believe me, when Sky News broke that, his people or him would have been all over it. They would have been like this.
Eventually, isn't it? All the times they did him in for after the Ndombele thing. There's some good players. There's some good players in that Leon team. Yeah, could do. I don't know this player. I don't watch Leon enough. Yeah, it's going to be decimated.
Yeah, well, it's kind of what happened.
Really funny because one of the things people always said about Leon and their owner and their chairman, they said he was the Daniel Levy of the French league. Clearly, it's not because they've gone bankrupt.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, mate, listen, kudos. There's never been any doubt about what Levy does for us financially to keep us in a good position. It's you're in that good position, then you're in a great position, then you're in a magnificent position to be able to do more than other teams, and he just sits there on it. There's never been a doubt with Levy running the shop and bringing money in and keeping us afloat. That's never a doubt. It's never, ever a doubt. Hey, this one that splits a lot of people, Coy's 87, there's a lot of people with Sturkin and Carl Walker-Peters that it's very close to call.
Carl Walker-Peters coming back?
Possibly.
It's
fair to say Moussa Sissoko is the best French player of all time.
What about wait, one of them who else was there? I suppose I had another one. I can't, Benjamin Stambouli, mate. Benjamin Stambouli.
Big up Stambouli.
FIFA was night and day.
Benjamin Stambouli, what a player he was.
£500,000.
I'm not sure about Dennis Sirkin or Carl Walker-Peters.
Dennis Sirkin had bad injuries. He's a very talented player, but he is left back and left back only. Whereas Carl
big up
international bro.
Big up. Benjamin was a cheat code. Possibly.
Yeah.
Hugo Lloris is the best French player we've ever had.
Kudos. I have to tell you, Craig was joking. He doesn't actually think Sissoko.
That's actually a question. Who's the best French player? Because Will's just mentioned David. Who's the best? Who's the best French player Spurs have ever had? Is it Ginola?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt, David Ginola.
Basically, what we could do here is we can really annoy Sava because we love Sava here, so we can really annoy him now. So what we need to do is we need to go over and say Lloris is better than Ginola.
Mate, no. Oh, mate, do you know what? Coy's saying, my God, Steve Malbronk. I did not understand why people love that player.
I like Steve Malbronk.
Did not understand it one bit. Yes, he worked. I did not get it. But David, I don't.
Mate,
that's not even a question to me. That's not even. Ginola is well above, and
the best
Ginola,
the world's ever seen.
and
Dorian
Ginola,
Turner. Yes, there he is.
and
Dorian
Ginola won a
Turner.
trophy. David Ginola won a trophy.
Yeah. Also,
Um,
Lloris won the World Cup.
yes, but that's not in the Spurs shirt.
No, look who it is.
Oh Jesus! At least he's come better in a much better colour outfit today. He thought about it. He thought about
Look
it.
who it is. Let's give him a view. Oh,
Vinny
look
is
who it is. Oh.
Mate, where are we? We're coming half an hour into the show. It might be time for the towel of knowledge.
The tie. Bring back the towel. Long lay. Oh God, not long gap.
Clement long gap. Clement long gap was one of the worst players I'd ever seen. I could not stand him. Archer, mate, this guy was a sheer talent. Raving lunatic, but a goddamn talent. Stefan Dalmat was a powerhouse. Was an absolute powerhouse. If he's mate, honestly. Is it Vinny or is it Tom 81? Which one? Where is Tom? I haven't seen Tom for a bit.
I haven't. Where is he?
Who knows? I'll check in with him. I'll check in with him after. But yeah, Ginola, honestly, night and day. Yes. I'm asking you as a Filth fan here now, Vinny. If you had to say Ginola or Lloris, David Ginola, right?
Ginola. All day long. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's very easy for you. You got a choice of two, really. Henri and Vieira, really. But
actually, who is the best? Who is the best French player that Arsenal have ever had? Well, there's Henri, Vieira,
Pascal Segan. That guy.
Marouane Chamakh.
He was Moroccan.
Yeah.
Pascal Segan is the great. Do you know how bad Pascal Segan was? One of my very, very closest mates is an Arsenal fan, and they were playing Sheffield United in the FA Cup. This was still at Highbury, and I used to laugh at how bad Pascal Segan was. They were 1-0 up. Arsenal were in the 89th minute, and they brought Pascal Segan on. And I said, and my mate goes, listen, we've won the game. I'll have to go. I go, Segan's on. I go, I bet you he does something stupid and it's a draw. He left my house. He didn't even get to the bottom of my road before Segan gave a penalty away, and it went to 1-1. Pascal Segan is a great. But to me, when you're talking the field, Thierry Henry is the best player to ever play in the Premier League by a mile, in my opinion. I
don't think it's by a mile anymore.
By a mile.
I don't think so anymore.
Yeah.
With players like Mo Salah now in that
by a mile.
Yaya Sanogo is the best French player to ever play for Arsenal.
Mate, it's Thierry Henry.
Cotto was Cameroonian.
He was
Cameroonian.
He was.
Henri is the best. No, Zidane is. Sorry, Zidane. I think Zidane ruined it when he done his.
Zidane was the most skillful, mate. The most devastating was Thierry Henry.
Nah, Zidane's the best.
Zidane's
the best.
Mate, Thierry, listen.
Zidane's the best. I'm sorry.
Again,
goal he scored in the Champions League. Like Henri never did it in a final. Didn't Henri never score in a final? Henri never scored in a. Did you see what Zidane did in a Champions League final?
Yeah, but also, mate, I'll keep saying this, and I hate talking about it. I hate talking about the filth. But when it comes to Henri single-handedly destroyed teams and got them to the finals. Single-handedly got them to finals. Henri was honestly, you take the bias away. Thierry Henry was a goddamn genius, an absolute goddamn genius.
Was a genius as well, but he was a lunatic, and that's why I loved it. Zidane is the best French player ever.
Put it this way: if I had to choose Zidane or Henri to go into my dream team, I'm picking Henri every single time.
Nah, Zidane.
Every single time.
Zidane's the guy.
I liked the bloke with long hair. What was his name? Petit. Emmanuel.
Petit was good. What
Petit was
people forgetting about? Someone mentioned Perez was quality. Perez was.
Petit was another player that Spurs blew the opportunity to get before he went to Arsenal.
How can you say that?
Vieira and Petit together. Sorry, Vieira and Petit was one of the best midfield partnerships you ever see as well.
Are you serious?
The world will never know.
Best player when Jimmy Bullard racing.
Mate, I'll tell you what. Neil G has just put in a mate. He was devastating. He on his day, that man was devastating.
This is the truth. Zidane did it at more levels. Zidane did it in finals. Zidane scored the second best goal ever in a Champions League final after Gareth Bale.
And the best headbutt.
After scoring in the final as well.
Oh, Jesus, Craig.
I'm not bringing that up on the stream. Yeah, I'm hiding that one. Sorry, Craig.
That's a private joke referring to. Yeah, I'll stop there. But yes,
Brian Hill is comparable. Yes, he is. Cotto played for Cameroon, but was born in...
Yeah.
You know what? Let's move on to that. Let's go through the countries and try and identify their best player. Now, a hard one, or you say hard, but there's going to be quite a few people that say different things for this one. Best Dutch player.
Oh, it's either Bergkamp, Marco van Basten.
I'll be a bit biased.
Ruud Gullit, Johan Cruyff.
Yeah, it's Cruyff. It's Cruyff. Cruyff is the best Dutch player.
Yeah, but you haven't seen Cruyff. I didn't see Cruyff. So if you had to say,
you don't need to. You don't need
to. But I'm saying if you had to do it based on only what you'd seen.
Players on what I've seen. Oh, I'm going to go Ian Robin.
I miss Cruyff.
I didn't see that much of Bergkamp. He was at sort of the beginning of either him, Ruud van Nistelrooy used to terrify me.
Ruud Gullit for me. Ruud Gullit, I loved Ruud Gullit. Ruud Gullit,
was quality.
Yeah, I missed Johan Cruyff. For me, watching my first football tournament I ever remember clearly is Euro '88 when Van Basten scored that incredible goal. But for me, Ruud Gullit. For me, it's Ruud Gullit. But if I had seen Johan Cruyff, I would blatantly be saying Johan Cruyff. I honestly think Ruud Gullit was an incredible footballer.
Corsten, big up, Willem Corsten. Best Scottish player of all time. Ooh, that's a difficult one.
I absolutely loved Gary McAllister. Loved him.
Colin Calderwood, my guy. Colin Calderwood.
I think Gary McAllister was superb. I really do. Oh, wait a minute. International Observers won it. I completely forgot about him. Without a doubt.
I'm going to go. You know what? I'm going to give him some flowers. I'm going to say Scott McTominay for players in my lifetime. Seriously. What that man has done at Napoli this season. Maradona, we're going to call him.
Maradona. Sounds like a burger.
He's been good this year.
Oh, wait a minute. Ian Ferguson, see, my dad's hero, but I can't say him because I didn't see him.
Dave Mackay.
Gary McAllister at Liverpool, honestly, that's the kind of do you know what? Gary McAllister is the kind of midfielder I wish Spurs could sign right now. Complete experience. Oh, Robbie Keane. No.
It's either Roy Keane or Robbie Keane. It's one of the Keanes.
Yes. But going back to Gary McAllister would be superb at Spurs if he was about now.
Oh, Tony Galvin as well for the older generation. Tony Galvin, absolutely quality.
I would have to say as well, because he's a friend of my dad's. and I've met him loads of times, and he was a brilliant player. It's David O'Leary. Or you got Liam Brady.
Liam Brady, best Arsenal player.
You got Liam Brady, which is that'll be a tough one for people of a certain age. I think, yeah, but David O'Leary was a superb defender. Robbie Keane will be an obvious favourite. I think he's their record goal scorer, isn't he? I'm sure Robbie Keane is their record goal scorer.
I think he is as well.
It's not. I mean, Welsh. You've got a choice of two.
Gareth Bale.
Or you got Giggsy.
I think Giggsy did it for a longer period of time. But best pure footballer, I'm going Gareth Bale.
I have to say, Finn came up with a great one for the Irish as well. Paul McGrath was up. God, what a defender. My good God, what a defender.
Pat Jennings.
What a defender. A really hard one is the German.
Oh, that's a difficult one. Lewis Holtby.
Mate, for
under 21 German captain, my man.
Mate, do you know what? People of my age will remember they had a midfield. Lothar Matthäus was.
Matthäus, yeah.
Beckenbauer, El Dante just mentioned it. Beckenbauer is too early for me. I'm doing everything on players I've seen. So for me, it's Lothar Matthäus. He was.
I'm going to go with my era. I'm going to go with my era, and I'm going to say Manuel Neuer.
A good shout. Mate, they had, before that, they had Oliver Kahn. They're blessed with fucking goalies.
They're blessed. Stefan Freud by miles.
Loads of people that got to see Lothar Matthäus, especially in Italia '90 when they won the World Cup. My God, I hated Rudi Völler, Neil. I hated him. I don't know why. There's just something about Rudi Völler. He's a nasty player. Jurgen Klinsmann, obviously, but honestly,
I'm sorry, Angus. I don't think it's Mesut Ozil. They've got too many good players in that German team. Schweinsteiger, Müller.
Are you trying to tell me Angus is being biased with Arsenal players again?
Yes, you got so many good. Mario Götze is still doing it. Closer was quality.
Oliver Bierhoff. You got loads of them.
Schweinsteiger was awesome.
You got loads of them. See, the hard one, it's going to be easy because everyone's going to say one name. But if you had to do it, if you only do this on players you've seen, so your lifetime, you say Brazil, you're obviously going to say Pele, but Pele's going to be out of it for a lot of them.
Yeah.
For me, without a doubt, the most enjoyable footballer I've ever watched, apart from Paul Gascoigne, is Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
A lot of people say R9, which is a very, for me, Ronaldinho was just a joy to watch. An absolute joy. Yeah. That was horrific, Neil. That was a nasty game, that was. For me, still, Italia '90 was the best World Cup. And not just because of Gaza. I loved Italia '90. Italia '90, and then if people can remember the World Cup in Korea and Japan in 2002, that World Cup, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's when pubs were open very, very early, and I was pissed as a fart drinking from like 4 a.m. in the morning. But that World Cup in Japan and Korea was fantastic.
Adios, amigos.
See you later, Vinny, bro.
Well done. 3-time runners-up in a row.
Back to back.
Get a new record. Yeah. We don't need one. Shout into the Europe, mate.
I have to say,
you'll never sing that.
I have to say, Ryan, that's a great shout. Great shout. But for me, Ronaldinho was absolutely.
Mark has got the one. Mark has won. Emerson Royale.
Joe, another hard one. This one will be interesting. Again, players you've only watched. Italy. And for me, you don't even take
Maldini.
Huh?
Maldini.
I've got one more. And again, why Italia '90? Yes. Roberto Baggio.
Nah, Maldini.
Roberto Baggio was, mate. You could add Totti into that as well.
Totti,
Baggio,
Luca Toni,
Del Piero, mate. Luca Toni's nowhere near Del Piero. Nowhere near
he was
fucking
good, though.
Baggio. Oh, mate, there you go. Now you're talking. Now you're talking.
Zola,
And Alberto.
Balotelli. I love Balotelli.
Mate, for me, Buffon should be. Yeah, if you're going if you're going Neuer in your time, but mate, honestly, Roberto Baggio, again, people that watch Italian 90, Vieira, what a shout. What a shout. But I just
Nicola
loved.
Berti, mate. Nicola Berti.
I loved. Someone has just mentioned Archer just mentioned him. Do you know what? When I worked in Harrods, God bless him, he used to be a regular customer of mine. What an incredible human being he was.
Really
He was a wonderful, honestly, a wonderful gentleman. Such a shame.
Cannavaro.
Mate, Alessandro Nesta. I prefer Nesta to Cannavaro. But mate, honestly, Roberto Baggio.
Stefan Al-Sharawi, yeah. Baresi.
What a mate.
It's going to be one that's going to be incredibly difficult and incredibly difficult. Spain.
Wow, mate.
Spain is impossible. Spain is impossible.
I think right now it has to be Iniesta.
Because you look at that team, you have.
Oh, Donadoni, what a mate. Neil, Italian 90 memories. You're giving me goddamn flashbacks. Donadoni, what a player. But yeah, it has to be Iniesta for me.
You got Puyol in that team. You had, of course, Xavi and Iniesta. Someone I absolutely loved watching him play, David Villa. Prime David Villa was a hit man. Prime David Villa.
You got
Raul was class.
Mate, do you know what? Well, during that time, and when he was at Liverpool, Fernando Torres was one of the most ruthless, devastating strikers you'd ever see for 2 years. Like, he was unstoppable. I loved him at Liverpool. Honestly, I think it. But yeah, I think it. But for me, it would have to be Iniesta. Iniesta was just incredible, insanely good.
Fabregas,
yeah, and Xavi Alonso, what a player! What a player Xavi Alonso was.
Iago Falcao.
The Nacho Slayer is literally on one. Is literally on one, but yeah, Iniesta. Oh, mate, Jason H. Schilacci from Italian 90. He's another guy that passed away recently.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Jesus Christ. Some of the play, mate, when you said it was Spain, Jesus Christ.
That's some good footballers. They've got some good.
Well, listen, I mean, you could easily go on and say Argentina, but then it's a clear winner. There is a clear.
Argentina is one of two. It's one of two.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what? I actually forgot Messi.
How can you forget Messi? Is the greatest footballer of all time.
On Maradona, but I completely forgot. But then you have Battistuta. I mean, they're not the same level as those two. Then you got Battistuta. The people of Italian 90 will remember Claudio Caniggia.
Mauricio Tarico.
Yeah, Messi and Ronaldo. My God. How did I forget Messi? I was so preoccupied with Maradona. Yeah, Battistuta, mate. What a lethal finisher.
Ortega.
Ortega was class. He really was.
Quality footballers.
Caniggia, mate. I could just have flashbacks of that run he went on against Brazil, and then about Cameroon in the opening game, when about 6 of them tried to knock him off and knock him down. My God, Romario. Oh my God, you got Jesus. There's some quality players.
Zanetti, Zico, Socrates.
Mate, that 1982 team, Jesus Christ. That was probably the best World Cup team of all time. That Brazil 1982 team, Jesus Christ. They were...
Zico was...
Mate, do you know what? Daniel's suspension Poch. Do you know what? I didn't know until after he became our manager that he was the player that found Michael Owen in Japan and South Korea when Beckham scored the penalty. I didn't realise it was Pochettino that gave the penalty away. So he knew he was going to come to England and be a hero.
We've got to name some more countries.
You start running out.
We're running out of them, indeed.
Portugal.
Portugal's a good shout, but it's Ronaldo.
Yeah.
It's Ronaldo.
Who's the other bloke?
Figo. You got Luis Figo.
Yeah.
Helder Postiga.
Yeah.
You got Held.
Didn't he, Postiga? Right? Was it Postiga that knocked England down?
Yes, it was. The penalty.
Wait a minute. Have we done England?
No, we haven't done England yet.
Okay, well.
Big up Nick Barmby.
Yeah, I don't need to give my answer. Oh, Portugal, Eusebio, but it's way before my time. That's a great show.
Quaresma.
That's a great show. Well, with England, I'm not even going to say mine because it's fairly obvious.
Oh, it's so difficult. I want to say Harry Kane, but I think the best English player this country has produced in the last 30 years is Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, I've got 46 years and I've got another player in mind.
Sol Campbell.
Get out my shop.
Yeah.
Out my shop. Get out.
Yeah, there's only one. There's only one. There is only...
Jan Vertonghen. Jan
Mate,
Vertonghen.
I will say that. I will say Jan because that's my biased. There you go, Finn. There you go.
Gaza and Rooney was Gaza.
Who's the big bloke that plays up front for Belgium? Always loses his marble.
Lukaku.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, again, Neil will know where I'm going to go with this. Belgium had a player called Enzo Schifo. Enzo Schifo was absolutely incredible. Incredible, Enzo Schifo. Scott M, I've been with you in all your comments apart from the one you've just mentioned, which is slander.
Disgusting.
Slander. But Enzo, mate, if people remember Enzo Schifo, my God, he tore us apart in that game before David Platt scored his volley that will be remembered for eternity. Enzo Schifo was incredible.
Toby versus Jan.
You're saying
There's no debate. There's actually no debate.
that bloke who plays for City.
You mean De Bruyne?
Yeah.
Yes.
I completely forgot. There you go.
I'm biased. It's Jan Vertonghen.
No, mate. Listen, that's where you got to. But Kevin De Bruyne is an artist. It's an artist. Yep, he would be up there. Kevin De Bruyne will go down. Enzo Schifo was just outstanding.
Absolutely love Mr. Dembele as a footballer.
Yep.
Let's go. Let's name something. This is like beige footballers. But
Scott, it's good that you agree with me now. Thank you. I didn't even have the Tower of Knowledge on. Oh, wait, yeah.
That's a good one.
Ryan's just put a shout in there. At least no one even said he didn't have.
Yeah.
Mate, how they didn't win something with that golden generation, like we found.
Yeah.
How their golden generation, bloody hell.
They had some footballers.
Jesus.
They never had a good manager, though. That's their problem. They have never had a good manager.
Roberto Martinez, mate. Quality.
The master of getting relegated whilst winning the FA Cup.
Was you about to say another country?
Yes.
You said that's a good one.
America. America's a difficult one. Brad Friedel, Landon Donovan, Clint Dempsey.
Do you know what? They had a player, and I'm going to try and get it right. Have we still got some of the Americans in?
We have a few Americans in my chat.
Are they still here? Have they posted? What was his name? See, I remember, obviously, there was Alexi Lalas in 94, but they also had a player, I think his name was called Kobe Jones, and he went to Coventry. And he went to Coventry, who was a good player. But then before America, and even in the old First Division, there was a player called Roy Wegley who used to play for QPR and Luton, and he was fucking incredible. Pulisic is a great shout. We have to grace Sweden.
Yeah.
We have to grace Sweden. Thank you, El Dante. Thank you. Oh, Tim Howard. Tim Howard was a great goalkeeper. Bless you.
Excuse me.
I think.
Excuse me.
I think I might have to go. I might have to go. Tim Howard. Tim Howard was top goalkeeper.
Let's go Sweden. Of course, you've got the man, the KDL, Dejan Kulusevski, Zlatan, Larsson, Lundberg.
It's between those two. And I think Zlatan wins it by default. But my God, Henrik Larsson. Henrik Larsson was incredible.
They've had loads of really good defenders. They've had some really good.
Olaf Melberg.
Yeah, Melberg.
Melberg was a destroyer.
Olsen.
Thomas Brolin went to Leeds and was. I always remember that goal he scored against England in Euro '92. Thomas fucking Brolin. Who was the guy? Tony, who was the guy that played alongside him? Mixed race guy that had blessed with pace. I think he came to the Premier League, and I think he played for. Oh God, Isaac. Yeah, Isaac could be Gyökeres like
quality.
Who? Martin Dowling. Martin Dowling. There you go. Neil just put it in.
Yeboah.
Oh mate, Tony Yeboah's Ghanaian. Tony Yeboah. Tony, who would you say? Wait, Tony, if you had Mr. Sweden, if you had to take Zlatan out, and let's take Henrik Larsson out as well, so take out the two big hitters, who would you say is Sweden's best player if you had to take those two out? Let's see what he says. Oh, mate, he did. He was doing the Matthew Letitia goal of the season competition. But if you had to take out those two, Tony, who is your number one Swedish player?
Some great one. Glenn Stromberg.
I don't know who he is. Lucas Bergvall.
My guy.
And do you know what? Why do commentators call him Berryvale? Is that, Tony, this is a genuine question. I've seen commentators actually call him Berryvale. Is that how you pronounce it in Swedish? Or is it, just let me know, if Tony, just say yes, Berryvale, or so we can understand it. I don't know why I keep hearing people call him Berryvale. I've never understood it.
Here's a good one.
Kennedy Bakarigo Dante is now talking Championship Manager. That's where he's going. I remember that guy on Championship Manager. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Mate, I remember that. I remember. Oh, so it is how you say it. You do say it Berryvale, El Dante.
Let's do Turkey. They've had some quality footballers as well. You've got Kashinoglu. You had Tunshire. Remember Tunshire?
Yeah, but even better than that, you got two guy. Another player who scored goddamn goal of the season competitions all by himself.
Oh, they've had some great Turkish players.
Mate,
brilliant. There's been some brilliant Turkish players.
See, I've got a real hard one. I've got a real hard one for you. Korea. South Korea. Let's have a long think. Long think.
It's Lee Young Pyo. My guy.
Let's have a long think.
There's only one, isn't there? There's only one.
Yeah.
It's Sonny.
Yeah.
Just one more. Ji-Sun Park or Youngmin Son?
Ji-Sun Park won much more.
Yeah, Mark. Mark, you're right. I don't think Spurs have had a Turkish player.
Ji-Sun Park was quality. He was absolutely...
Mate, when Alex Ferguson speaks about him in the way he does, you pretty much know that is a very, very special player. He was more than decent Archer, bro. He was more than... he was sensational. Sensational.
Quality.
But he hasn't got that X factor Sonny has with it. He's eclipsed him in career. Oh, mate, when you speak Denmark,
the Laudrup brothers.
For me, Brian Laudrup by a million miles, even from his brother. Even from Brian Laudrup was absolutely Tony Rodriguez, the best thing out of career.
With games. Squid Games, otherwise known as the Nick Collison Show.
The Laudrups, my God. Yeah, Peter Schmeichel's there, but Brian Laudrup, night and day. Night and day. Oh, there you
go. Alan Nielsen.
Mate,
also, speaking of Peters, we haven't done the Czech Republic. The Czech Republic have had some quality players as well. Petr Cech, Tomas Wazicki.
They have done. Archer's put Ericsson. Brian Laudrup was clear of him for me by a million miles. By a million. Brian Laudrup was incredible. Incredible. You reckon Michael was better? No, we didn't forget him, mate. We didn't forget him. He's not up there with the best players that have ever played for Holland. Nedved. Oh, mate, what a player. What a player Nedved was. What a player Pavel Nedved was. But the other Czech player that I loved, and I wish Spurs had got him, after Euro 96, obviously Poborski went to United, but my God, did I love Patrick Berger. Patrick Berger was a stunning player. Stunning.
They've had some really good players, the Czech Republic. They've had some really good players, or Czechia as they're now calling themselves.
They had some, mate. But yeah, Brian Laudrup for me when we go back to Denmark was
Milan Baroš. Baroš. Poland, there's only one, isn't there? It's Lewandowski.
Yeah, Matty Cash.
No, not Matty Cash.
No. Without a doubt.
Croatia is a very different. Croatia have got some great.
Croatia is easy. Croatia is bloody easy.
Yeah, look at the players they've had in their team.
Yeah, but mate, it's not even close. It's not even close.
Modric.
It's Luka Modric followed by Davor Suker.
Or Perisic.
Davor Suker was all right. He went to the filth and didn't get the chance because Henri was taken through.
Rakitic was quality. Nico Cranchar, mate. Don't you ever forget Nico Cranchar. Mate, that's honestly, my guy.
Davor Suker, again, showing my age. Euro 96, Davor Suker scored a goal against Peter Schmeichel where he chipped him and he made Peter Schmeichel look like a fucking idiot. Davor Suker was incredible. Incredible. Without... I honestly...
Let's do one more before we... Cameroon have been some good players. Samuel Eto'o, isn't it? Samuel Eto'o. And of course, Benoit Asuakoto.
Roger Miller. If you're talking... You want flashbacks of fucking Italia 90, Roger Miller, a 40-year-old fucking... Or was he 38 at the time? Striker that was devastating and always went to the corner flag and did a little... Mate, I'll tell you what. You know what? With Kudus here, and Australia's a tough one.
Nah, it's Tim Cahill.
Mate, you got Mark Viduka. You got Harry Kewell.
Harry Kewell was good.
Mate, you've got some top players that actually played for Australia.
Got some good players.
You really do. You really do.
No,
I would have to say Harry
Cahill.
I would have to say... Yeah, Cahill was brilliant at Everton. He was brilliant. But Harry Kewell lost it a bit at Liverpool. But at Leeds, he was insane. At Leeds, he was insane.
Ted Lasso, big up. Viduka was quality. Viduka was very, very good.
I'm very happy we didn't do Canada. Because that was...
John Buchanan.
Damn right. I've only been interested in Canadian football for 7 years, almost 8. Tajon Buchanan.
Good players, terrible managers.
Yeah. Isn't it mad though? Isn't it mad? Like I said, some good people like Jose Mourinho and other people that were shit footballers go on to be great managers, and then some managers that were great players are shocking as managers.
Like Thierry Henry will never be a good manager, will he? He's got the problem of the Glenn Hoddle effect that he can do so much.
I'd like to retract my statement.
Alphonso Davis. Yeah, he wins. It's Alphonso Davis.
No, Tajon Buchanan. Tajon Buchanan.
We've done Ireland. We did Ireland.
We did it, yeah. Ireland was a tough one, you know.
Ireland have had some good players.
Mate, yeah, it's
Ireland have had some good
Liam
players.
Brady, Roy Keane, Robbie Keane.
Tony Galvin.
Yeah, I don't think you can put that's your Spurs biased.
No, Tony Galvin was quality.
Yeah, but he wasn't Liam Brady, Roy Keane, Robbie Keane
No, he was class.
levels.
He was class. I'm fighting for all the 80s Spurs fans.
Oh, Mario Cesare, yeah, Gary Doherty could
Yes,
play
Gary Doherty.
attack and defence. Oh, mate. Yeah, kudos. I don't really want to talk about Iceland after Euro 2000 and whatever it was.
Fuck you, Roy Hodgson. or putting Harry Kane on corners.
Yeah.
But good to see you, Aki. Good to see you, little Aki. But
Oh,
on
he's
that
here.
note, everyone, we are going to end the show there. We will be back tomorrow for another episode of the Coffee Company, and we might just have one of these streams again. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Like we always do. But thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Aki, take it away.
Thomas, Frank. Thomas, Frank. And as always, Levy out.
And as always, everyone, hit your summer. What the cough is brewing. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Ciao for now.